So, as you know, when you're applying for jobs right now in 2023, you're finding yourself competing amongst others for one position. If you go on LinkedIn, you can actually see approximately how many other applicants have applied to that same position, and you might feel a bit discouraged. My next guest is going to provide advice on how to make a human connection in your job search that will help you be a little bit more competitive here on Early Career Unlocked. Welcome, Tilda.
Hi, Aaliyah. Nice to be here.
Well, great. So the year is 2023. We are in an employer driven market, which means that employers have more job applicants to choose from, which makes it really hard for a job applicant to find that person, to have that human connection when it comes to a job search. And today you're here to give advice about how to find that human connection. So before you do, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I'm a career coach and a career development professional. I've been career coaching for many years. I've worked in education, ed tech, and consulting, and I'm just really excited to jump in.
I think the topic about human connection in the job search is not something people really talk about. They talk about how to apply to jobs, but not how to make that connection with your recruiter or with your hiring manager. So before we jump into that topic, how are you knowledgeable?
So, like I said, I'm a career coach. I've worked with thousands of people over the years. I've worked in small group settings, which means just working with folks one on one. I love that. I've also worked in smaller group settings with groups of job seekers where we can create community and help those job seekers help each other. I've also worked organization wide. So I've done consulting work in organization development, bringing together communities in that sense. And I think sort of the line of connection is that human connection. I've worked in small groups and large groups, and the thing that sticks out is that I want people to connect and I want people to be happy in their jobs. And so being a career coach is super empowering and super motivating for me personally. And I think job seekers, if you can have that human connection with a recruiter or hiring manager, then you will stick out amongst other candidates.
What are you going to offer to our students today or to our viewers today when it comes to making a human connection in the job search?
Human connection, I think, tracks back to what we call an applicant tracking system. Every company has an applicant tracking system these days, unless they're a very small company. So the first piece of advice I would say is to leverage the ATS, create a resume that has the same keywords as the job description so that your resume will be flagged as a match for that role when that bot, that machine, the applicant tracking system is going through your resume. So find those keywords, fill out all the application fields, even if it's a pain in the butt to go through and say every single experience and every single thing you've done, even though you've already written this resume. Fill out all the fields so the applicant tracking system can read it, and you will have a better chance of making it through to that next round.
From a recruiter's point of view, when we're looking for candidates, we actually go to the ATS and we search keywords. If you leave a lot of those fields blank, it's not going to pull your profile for us to see as well. So I like that point of it's very important to fill out as much fields as possible, to be very detailed as possible, so that you have a higher chance of being found, a recruiter reaching out to you and having a conversation.
Right. Yeah. And the first interface that you're going to have with a potential employer is not the actual recruiter, it's going to be the applicant tracking system. So just thinking about your resume in a mathematical way versus telling a story or telling your whole career, the resume should just be relevant to that specific job. So you're really speaking to the job description. So, tip number two that I would suggest is leveraging human connection beyond ATS. So, in other words, you want to have a great resume that you're submitting, but in addition to that, you could actually connect with the hiring manager or recruiter or somebody on that team ahead of time. You can connect through Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, other types of online groups in your discipline. You could try to find somebody in the same role that you're aiming for, talk to them about the role, maybe they can refer you. You could always attend live or virtual events for that specific company, screenshot the participant list, and then go find those people on LinkedIn, make a connection. Another one I really like is to search hiring on LinkedIn. There's a bunch of people that have the banner on their pictures that they're hiring. If you can connect with people in that capacity, then usually they're really excited to talk to you. So, number 3 is to follow up on that connection. So, how do you seal the deal? Well, one of the ways you can do that is to act quickly. So you'll always want to send a thank you note or some sort of note right away when you meet somebody, having some sort of follow up. What would you say, right? Like, you have the connection. What do you say to this person? Think about how you can give back to them instead of what you can get from them. It's really easy as a job seeker to want a job, right? But you don't want to expect a job or an opportunity or anything from a person that you connect with. Instead, if you can think about how you can contribute to a project they're doing, for instance, by sending them an article related to that, or maybe you write up a proposal, or maybe you make a YouTube video, or share something that's related to them that is
Mhm.
meaningful for them to give back to their work. That's a way that you could really seal the deal and maintain that relationship with that person.
Tilda, this was really good advice. I think when candidates are applying to jobs, they're forgetting that there is a way that you can make that human connection, even though it's very competitive today. So, three pieces of advice that you need to know from Tilda when it comes to making that human connection in the job search. One, leveraging ATS as a pathway to human connection. Two, leveraging human connection beyond ATS. And three, follow up to seal the human connection. Well, Tilda, this is wonderful. And to wrap things up, do you have any other pieces of advice or anything you'd like to offer to our viewers today?
Yeah, feel free to follow and connect with me on LinkedIn. I always love more followers. I post career related content all the time. So if that's helpful for you, I also would love to offer a free 30-minute consultation to anybody that feels like career coaching might be a fit for them. And this is just exclusive to this video. So if you're watching this video, you have exclusive 30-minute consultation with me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Tilda. And thank you for offering
Of
that to
course.
our viewers, especially those who are students who really need that little boost in their career. So, Tilda, thank you so much for being on the show today and talking about the human connection in the job search.
This was so fun. Thank you for inviting me, Leah. This is great.
And then to our viewers, subscribe for more career advice from industry experts like Tilda here on Early Career Unlocked. Boom, that's it. We're done. See how fast that goes?
Yeah.